On June 1st, 2022, the longtime vision of the Queenship of Mary Community Motherhouse was born, and little by little is becoming a reality. It's amazing how far we've come after almost a year working on the project. So let's do a Sister Build instant replay of some of the highlights from this past year. It all started with a little log cabin, a chainsaw, and a backhoe. In order to make way for the Motherhouse, we had to lift up the 160-year-old log cabin off its foundation and move it to another place on the property. We were left with a hole in the ground and hearts full of anticipation to begin what we had been praying for so many years. With the acquisition of the building permit and the official groundbreaking, we set to work, and we welcomed Triple B Construction to help us out. The team kicked it off with footings and rebar, and the sisters jumped right in there with the crew and really got the hang of it. At least most of the sisters got the hang of it. Then it was time to pour cement in the forms and start off on the right foot, or should I say the right footing. After that, the forms were removed and we were left with some nice hard concrete to build upon. Next up, we had the Fox blocks, which you may remember we almost lost in a storm. But after prayers to our Blessed Mother, the storm was diverted and our Fox blocks were safe. We had lots of fun playing with these giant Legos. And it didn't take too long before we were ready for the next step, to pour our firm foundation. It was a good reminder of our deepest desire that Jesus would be the cornerstone of this building project. We continued to stick to the plan as we applied blueskin and dimple board to the exterior of the foundation. Then the crew became the beam team, and with the help of the crane operator, installed these 5,000-pound I-beams. Next, we had to prepare the basement floor with insulation, mesh wire, and radiant floor tubing so that concrete could be poured on top. It was an exciting moment when we could take this building project to the next level. This included installing joists and plywood sheathing to build the first floor of the convent. Some of the sisters couldn't pass up the opportunity to try out the new dance floor. The framing game was next on the list, followed by the second floor joists and sheathing, and some more framing on the second floor. It was especially exciting to raise the first chapel wall, where we will be spending so much of our time in prayer. Then there was the providential story of our septic field. We had already ordered our septic tank, but could not find anywhere the pipe that attaches it to the building, and would have to wait months for a new shipment. After a long, unfruitful search, we had the inspiration to call back the company who sold us the septic tank in the first place. They told us that they only sell that kind of pipe to customers who have purchased septic tanks with their company. Lo and behold, we fit that description. We saw it as the Lord's providence, and we got a good price, too. And what's up next? It's gotta be the PEX. The sisters installed row upon row of radiant floor tubing on all the floors of the Motherhouse. Later on, manifolds and pumps would be installed that would pump hot water through the radiant floor tubing to keep the convent warm. Then there was the exciting milestone of the heavy timber trusses. The team from Tree 9 Structures did an amazing job on these custom-made, beautifully crafted heavy timber trusses, and it was quite a sight to see them being installed. Moving along, we had to seal the deal with water-resistant membrane. And finally, after a long wait, we were able to pour the cement for the basement floor. There was one point where we had been running low on funds and Father Mark Goring got the inspiration to come out to the work site and make a video for his YouTube channel to help spread the word about our building project. The response was incredible, and many people with generous hearts came forward to donate. Then it was time to raise the roof. Purlins covered with OSB became the base of the roof, and then began the labor of love of insulation. The roof, exterior walls, interior walls, and interior ceilings all had to be covered with rock wool insulation. The team's perseverance on this itchy quest has been remarkable. Once the insulation on the roof was complete, the roof was covered with OSB, followed by shingles. The crew continued to go with the flow, the airflow that is, as they installed the HVAC system. Next up, the sisters journeyed into Wire World when a biological brother of one of the sisters, who is an electrician, gave the sisters a crash course on how to do electrical work. Suddenly, their everyday vocabulary includes receptacles, wire gauges, sub-panels, and meter sockets. Now we're on to drywall, and it's quickly becoming easier to imagine the finished product. We are currently in the midst of mudding the drywall and preparing the walls for paint. We're finally able to switch from our temporary power source to our permanent hydro hookup. The Lord has worked in many beautiful ways through this building project, and even many ways that go unseen. We're so grateful to all of you who have supported us in any way, whether through monetary or in-kind donations, through volunteering, or through prayer, and we ask for your continued prayers and support for this next stage of our journey. May God bless you.